What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Liao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Divers on Green Island off Taiwan's east coast say coral reefs there have suffered widespread damage. It's not the first time the reefs have been harmed, and once again, it's reconstruction work to a harbor that's being blamed. Louise Watt reports.
Underneath a fishing harbour on Taiwan's Green Island, divers have found major damage to coral reefs. The divers and authorities blame a construction company tasked with repairing the harbour, which was damaged in a typhoon 6 years ago. In mid-July, divers found a construction boat's anchor line on top of coral at Moai Rock, a popular diving spot here. The local county government fined the construction company the equivalent of $1,000 and asked it to come up with a plan to improve its operations. But divers say the boat is still being used, and they found yet more damage.
依照他们之前的经验，我们是用渔业法破坏海洋生态栖地环境的方式去罚它。那这个部分我们会按照这次损坏的程度，我们也会连续开罚它。
For the repeat offence, the construction company is facing a fine of up to $5,000. County officials have also ordered the boat at the centre of it all back to harbour and asked the Coast Guard to keep an eye out in case it ventures near coral reefs again. Piper Yo and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
A new exhibition celebrating the natural world has opened in Taiwan's capital city. More than 1,700 animal and plant specimens are now on show as part of a permanent display at National Taiwan Science Education Center in Taipei. The exhibition includes animals like the endangered leopard cat and rare types of fungi and moss. Visitors can interact with the exhibits, with organizers hoping it will help raise awareness of Taiwan's biodiversity. On the topic of biodiversity, Taiwan has something to celebrate. Its tiny native salmon, once on the brink of extinction, have just passed a big milestone in their recovery. Yu Jinghuang reports.
The Formosan landlocked salmon is an ancient relic. It's been here longer than humans. After the last ice age, when water swarmed, they headed inland, up mountain streams cold enough for them to survive in. Indigenous people ate these fish, but otherwise coexisted with them. The problems began in 1960.
中横开通，这里开始种植经济作物，就可能包括我们的高丽菜呀，那或者一些苹果、桃子之类那些，然后加上我们大甲溪下游就是德基水库，那我们在樱花公龟的生存地这里就开始有很多的蓝沙坝。
Pesticides, fertilizer, and disturbed habitat took a heavy toll. By 1992, when a national park was established in the area, there were only 200 fish left. Years of work since then have helped bring them back.
那我们已经完成了就是鲑鱼的完全养殖，就是我们可以把它从卵养到成熟，还包括它的放流，那还有就地保育，就是那整个它的栖息地的保护，那包括拆坝，就是把失能的蓝沙坝拆掉，还有把一些私有的菜地征收回来，然后我们来种了很多的树。
Every year, researchers don wet gear and take charge of a stretch of stream each to do a fish census. The total count has just broken 10,000. But the work is not done yet.
因为气候变迁，然后就是现在的干旱或者是洪水，就是天气变得比较极端，那其实这些对鱼来讲也是很大的挑战。
No matter the challenge, Taiwan's national parks are determined to make sure the Formosan landlocked salmon, called one of the country's national treasures, continues to be a survivor. Yu Jinghuang, Bill Gong, and Zhang Ventriast for TaiwanPlus.
Australia's Taiwan Film Festival is in full swing. The annual event showcasing the works of Taiwanese and Asian Australian filmmakers is now in its 5th year. To find out more about the event, reporter Eric Gao spoke with one of the festival's coordinators, Helen Stenbeck.
Why is it so important for this kind of festival, this Taiwan Film Festival, to be held in Australia?
I believe that destination elements for film festivals like this, foreign films are the first visual and sound experience of what is different to our everyday lives. You're basically expand the horizon of languages and visual impact. So for us as Taiwanese diasporas in Australia, it is a great opportunity to catch up, some Taiwanese films, especially for the older generations. And as for the rest of the Australian audiences, Australia is a very diverse country. I believe it is very important for the audiences to absorb different cultural consumptions to understand cultures beyond your own.
So as you mentioned, Australia is already very culturally diverse. So after people come and see these Taiwanese films, what kind of reactions do they have?
Most people that we've spoken to, they have very positive feedbacks, and especially for those Asians who are not of Chinese heritage, they will ask about more like, is this what Taiwan really like, or can you tell us a little bit more about, what we've seen after the films? And they would kind of compare how liberal Taiwan is compared to their own country. For example, Chinese film and TV industry has been rather progressive in creating LGBTQI plus stories and also the female empowerment stories. And of course, representation matters so much when you're in a nation that is predominantly white media production. And if you don't get to see your kind of own cultural production or your own cultural representation, at least, the Asians here, they will see something remotely similar, such as Taiwan Film Festival. We play such an important role in the sense of the diverse representation.
It's Ghost Month here in Taiwan. It's a time of year when spirits in the underworld are said to return to the world of humans. The festivities started last week, and as John Van Trieste reports, it's a period of colorful rituals, but also taboos.
At 11 p.m. on Thursday, the door to the underworld opened. Across Taiwan, temples held events to welcome the spirits, who, according to traditional belief, are allowed out for a month each summer, the so-called Ghost Month. It's observed in much of the Chinese-speaking world, including Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and parts of China. In northern Taiwan, the temple to the city god of Hsinchu opens a physical door to let the spirits back into the world of the living.
这个门不打开，它就出不去，因为这个虎门是管出的，龙门管进的，都有那个门神在那边看着。
Over the course of the lunar month, which this year lasts to August 26th, temples, businesses, and neighborhoods will leave out piles of food offerings for the spirits and hold ceremonies asking for their blessing. In some parts of Taiwan, including Yilan on the east coast, events include the release of elaborate floating lanterns onto the water.
放水灯的作用就是等于是邀请这些好兄弟前来我们宜兰城来接受人间的供奉。
But despite the warm welcome, the spirits are to be feared. Traditionally, Ghost Month is an unlucky time, with marriages, moves, and even non-essential hospital visits put off until the ghosts leave. Other taboos include water lanterns aside. That's where spirits are said to lurk, waiting to pull the living to their doom. Some people even avoid hanging laundry at night for fear that ghosts might try on their clothes. Overall, Ghost Month is a time to respect the spirits, but also make sure they stay at a distance. James Rayner and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of the natural beauty of Fushan Botanical Garden in Yilan on Taiwan's east coast. The garden is a sanctuary for endemic Taiwanese plants and animals. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.